Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Some Building Big with Jerm. How's everybody doing today? In the last episode, we came over here and started working on renovating the Actually, no, last episode we did the world tour. I'm recording this before that video even goes live. So yeah, the last episode we did the entire world tour. Hopefully everybody ends up enjoying that. Like I said, I'm recording this before it even goes live, so I have no idea. But the episode before that, we came over here and started renovating the castle here. We built up this bridge and this tower, and I think it turned out really nice. Some people weren't very happy with it. Some people thought the old one that looks pretty much like that looked a lot better. But I completely disagree. I think this looks so much better. Honestly, we're hardly ever gonna see that, especially up close. Like, I'll see it flying into this area or walking on the road, like, barely. Besides that, we're hardly ever going to see it. If we're down there, we got the forest blocking our view of the bridge. We're never, like, really hardly ever going to be over here unless we're, like, getting a view of the entire area like we are right now. But yeah, last episode was the world tour. The episode before that, we started working on the castle renovation. But today's episode, we are not going to be working on the castle. Today, I have updated to 1.20, the, what are they calling it? Trails and Tales update? And I want to head out and try to find a couple sniffer eggs to start off this episode. Later on in the episode, we are going to be beginning a creeper farm for this world. It's long overdue, but to do that, we are going to need a brush. And you can see I have done a little bit of sharding, as Waddles would call it. I've done a little sharding in this world so far. Not too much though. I think I explored one ocean ruin, but we're gonna take this and we're gonna head out and try to find a sniffer egg or two, hopefully two. I'm really hoping we can find two because I would like to breed them up. I would like to breed them up. There we go. And get them bred. I don't know what I was trying to say there. I want to be able to breed them so we can get infinite flowers. So I am going to go ahead. I mean, this is going to be kind of boring. I'll be looking for a ocean ruin. Maybe the first one we find, I'll show it. But after that, I'm probably going to spend some time just on my own exploring and trying to get these sniffer eggs. So let's see if we can find some of these sniffer eggs. Okay, I finally found one. I realized I had to go to a warm ocean. And man, I always forget how nice these places are, these coral reefs. But let's see, is this old? Please don't be old. I don't see any, what do they call it? Suspicious sand. Although you're here. Maybe we should dig this out a little bit. I don't know. Maybe they don't spawn at every single type of ruin. I'm not sure. Oh, did I just hear one break? Wait, did I just break one? I think I just broke one. I'm pretty sure I heard one just break. Oh, there's one right there. Okay. Yeah, I think I did break one by accident. Let's go ahead. Let's see what we get. Okay, some kind of shard. Or sherd. Looks like a pickaxe or a tree maybe. Yeah, that's the acacia tree one. Okay, is that it? I think that's it. Okay. Cool. I do really like this feature. I think it's really cool. It's very hard to find. I never realized how hard it is to find ruins though. Whoa, check this out. I mean, this is totally unrelated to the update, but this is sick. All the coral spawning all the way down there in that cave. Ooh, look at this. Oh wow, this is really cool. Very cool, but I don't want to die here, so let's swim. That reminds me of something from Sea of Thieves, one of the older updates, I think. That's really cool. But I'm not having any luck so far. I could see there's a guardian temple over there. I don't care about that. Yeah, I don't see anything. What is going on with this this village here? This is strange. Okay, I see one off in the distance, but that's a lukewarm ocean, not a warm ocean. So I don't know. I don't think that's going to give me what I want, but I'll check it either way. The main thing I care about is okay, I see a lot more coral over there and over there, so we might be okay. But the main thing I care about is what do you call it? The sniffer eggs. I don't really care that much about the shards. I'm probably not gonna be using those very often, at least right now. But okay, let me kill these guys and then I'll spend some time here trying to find something. Okay, here we go. I just found my first sniffer egg. Oh yeah, smells interesting. Okay, cool. And this isn't a lukewarm ocean, so I guess the lukewarm ocean does count. I wasn't sure if it, I mean, it said on the wiki it was warm ocean. And that is a biome. That's what the coral reef biome is. So I didn't know if it specifically meant the warm ocean or like all warm oceans. Like all warm ocean variants. But I guess it does mean all warm ocean variants. So I'm going to keep spending some time here. Hopefully, I really hope I can get another sniffer egg here. Let's get rid of some of this junk. Really hoping I can get another sniffer egg here so I don't have to spend any more time doing this. Because doing this underwater without water breathing is pretty annoying. We'll see. I'll spend some more time here and we'll come back if I find anything interesting. Oh my gosh, I just stopped recording. We got our second egg. All right. Well, we're done. I'll probably grab, oop, careful. I'll probably look for a few more suspicious thing in this area and then I'll head back. All right, we are over here at the location of the creeper farm. You can see I've done a little bit of work here laying out the bottom and lighting up all the underwater so we don't have drowned spawning down here. So we're going to be building one giant island to cover up this creeper farm. The creeper farm is going to be right about here, I believe, somewhere around here. We'll have a big island that's going to be covering it up, and then we'll have a AFK spot up at the top. But before we get into that, I want to place down these sniffer eggs so we can have them growing while we're doing a bit of work over there. All right, so let's go into this little pen here and we'll plant one. I don't know. I think if you place them on moss, they'll grow faster, maybe. I think that's how it works. So we'll put one there and we'll put one over here. And hopefully, we'll just hope that it eventually grows up into a sniffer. I assume we should be fine. You know what? I wonder if this needs to be dirt for them to dig. Let me go ahead and replace that really quick. I don't know for sure that we need this to be grass, but I'm just going to go ahead and we'll change it to grass anyways. Either way, hopefully we can get some grass growing or some sniffers growing here fairly soon. Let's just go ahead and replace them in here. Okay, so while we're waiting on that, I am going to go ahead and get started on building up the rest of the island. I'm definitely going to have to take a couple breaks to go get some materials. I actually think I'm completely out of deep slate, so I think I'm going to have to go grind up a bunch of that because that's going to be the majority of the island here. So let me do that and we'll be back once we got some progress done. All right, so unfortunately for this clip, I decided not to turn on my microphone and record that audio. So I'm coming back afterwards and we're going to try to figure it out together. So as you can see, while I've been working on the island, the sniffers grew up and they're making the seeds. And you can see I got some pitcher pods and some torchflower seeds already, which is very cool. I'm excited to use those in builds in the future. But I mean, there's the seeds. Did you see them? Did you see them? There they are again. Okay. Okay, there they are again. Did you see them? Did you see them that time? Just want to make sure. So I think what I want to do, I think what I'm going to do at this point is I'm going to get the torchflower seeds and I'm going to breed them. Yes, we're breeding them. Okay. It only works with the torchflower seeds. Doesn't work with the pitcher pod. At some point in the future, I would really like to... Okay, there's the seeds again. Okay, did you see them? Just making sure. At some point in the future, I would like to get a couple of lays and give them the pitcher pod and torchflower seeds. So they're just always collecting them while the sniffers are gathering them. But that'll be something I do a little bit later. But as you can see, I've made a ton of progress on the cliffs so far. I think it's looking really, really cool. I love the texturing. I love how the texturing turned out on this so far. But before we get any further, I want to go ahead and start the actual creeper farm build. I think it would be a really good idea to just have that there so it's running in the background while we're building up the rest of the island. And then also it'll be much easier to build now rather than once I get like all the cliffs up and all the top of the terrain done. So I won't be working in the dark the entire time. I'm also going to have to go around and spawn proof it. And as you can see, there's a couple of holes here and there in the cliffs that I'll have to fill in, but that won't be too big of a deal. So I'm going to go ahead now. I'm going to build up the farm. I'm going to put up a little platform for the AFK spot up way up in the sky. And then once we get that done, then I'll go in and start building up the rest of the terrain. Okay, little break in the building now. Okay, please go away. I went and got an allay because I want an allay, not for the creeper farm, but for the sniffers. I feel like that could be a decent way of farming sniffer eggs, or not sniffer eggs, the plants that they give. Okay. This has been so annoying. I had 3. I went all the way down to here, this little medieval house that we built just after the Nordic village, like well over a year ago, like April of last year. But I went down there. I had a bunch of allays that I gathered last summer when 119 came out. So I grabbed 3, and I've slowly been making my way back here, and we're down to 1. But I wanted to show you guys this. This is a little thing that I made. I made a little road sign here, and I think I'm gonna put these. Okay, I got 1 arrow from those. I think I'm gonna put these things all over the map. As we add roads to the world, we're gonna add a bunch of these road signs because I think they look so cool. I love this. Okay, please don't. Okay, don't kill my light. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, we gotta go. We gotta go. Okay, you know what? You go right there, and I am gonna get out of here. So we got the farm done, and it is actually working really, really well. I still haven't even, like spawn proofed all this area, but it's working really well. Let me show you how much gunpowder we have already. If we come down in here, we have this little storage setup, very temporary. I'm gonna do some sort of sorting system. So we'll have all the gunpowder in one section, and then we'll have string and like arrows and bones in another section. Because every once in a while we do get a spider jockey, so we get some arrows and bones from that. But since then, I've gone ahead and I built up a what do you call it, sugarcane farm. I figured this island over here would be the perfect spot to do a little sugarcane farm, and I might be able to fit another one right here in this section, so I might do that. But I went ahead and just carved out a little hole down in here for that storage to come out. So I haven't had it running too long yet, and I'm not even finished building it yet. But we'll have a big storage area down here for that, just like that room, and it'll all be cool and fun and nice and cool. But we still got quite a bit of work to do on the terraforming. Actually, we're getting fairly close. I think this is the last level that we have to build up. Like you can see, we got 1, 2, 3, I think 4. I think there's one missing here. We got like 4 levels here. This is the last one that I'm building up now. So we're almost there on the cliffs. Then once we get done with that, we're gonna have to go in and put in all the grass and the road and all that stuff. And then we got the tower up top. So let's not waste any more time. Let's go ahead and get these cliffs done and get started on the rest of the terraforming. And we are done. Oh my God. This took so long to build up these cliffs. We're not even, okay, I said we're done. We're not even close to done. But we're done with the cliffs, which is probably going to be the most painful part about this process. But let's step back and take a look at this. Oh man. Look at that. Oh, that looks so sick. That looks insane. I love this build. I love this so much. So yeah, we're done with the cliffs. There are there's holes like everywhere that I need to go in and fill in. We're basically done. We're basically done with the cliffs, and like I said, we're not even close to done with this build. We are not even close to done with this episode. We are gonna finish this entire place this episode. So what we're gonna do, you can kind of see the way the terrain is wrapping, where the road is gonna be. Let's get up a little higher maybe. Let's go like right up here. So we're gonna have the road come in right down there, wrap up through here, up this way. We have another cliff here that we need to build, which it's very small. It won't take too long at all. The road will wrap up around that side and then come all the way up to about this level here. So I think what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna go ahead and fill in all the grass because I think that'll be the easiest thing to do. We do have some, the most painful thing in this whole process has been the concrete powder. We do have some sections where we need a little bit more concrete powder, the yellow concrete powder, but I don't think it's too big. I don't think the sections are too big, and I don't think it should be too big of a deal. Another thing I'm gonna have to do is spawn proof this entire place. I can turn this on. And this tells me where the spaces are spawnable. I don't have any torches, but I'm gonna have to go through and light up all this section. Over closer to that area, I'm gonna have to do slabs so that we don't mess up the spawning for the actual farm. But everywhere else we'll be able to just light up. And then there's also probably holes I gotta fill in all over the place, because when I'm doing this with Lightmatica, for some reason I tend to miss a lot of blocks. Like where is it? Right over there. You can see there's blocks missing, several blocks missing just right there. So I gotta clean that up a little bit. So let me go ahead and clean that up and then put the grass in here, and then we'll come back once we're ready to start talking about this tower. And we are done. Look at that. Oh man, this has taken so long to put together. This has taken me over a week, but I am so glad to finally have this done, and I think it looks so sick. I really wanted to get this all completely done in one episode because I didn't feel like it would be a good idea to spend more than one episode on this creeper farm project. Like, I couldn't really make a single episode out of just the farm. That seems pretty boring of an episode. And then what else could I do? Build up the terrain and then build the tower on top in another episode? Maybe that would have been a better idea. I don't know. But I'm glad it's done. I'm glad it's finally done. I love it. I absolutely love the entire thing altogether. The texturing in the cliffs, I think, turned out really, really nice. And it was even like super easy to do. The trees, I think, are okay. I think if I were to do it again, I would spend a lot more time on trying to get the trees right. It's weird. One thing, I took like a year off of building and playing Minecraft consistently and YouTube. And I feel like I've improved on basically everything except for trees. The trees is the one thing that like I really lost touch with. So that's something I'm really going to be working on in the future, is trees. But I think for the overall build, they're good. They're good enough. Like if they were just out, if I just put one on its own out here, it would look pretty bad. But all together, it looks okay. Also, I think I'm probably being overly critical on myself. But let's hop down here. I do think one thing I want to add in the future is just throw a little dock coming off the island here. But for now, we're fine. So I've gone through, I've lit everything up with the glow lichen. And it does look a little strange at night, but I don't think it's too big of a deal. I don't remember if I mentioned it or not, but all this stuff here is extremely inspired by Elden Ring. I started playing Elden Ring again, and I am in love with the game. So everything here is very, very inspired by that. And there's like, throughout the world, there's a lot of like little glowing things just all over the map. Usually it's like items you can pick up, but it fits the aesthetic, so I'm okay with it actually. Then we got all the yellow throughout here. We got the wheat to represent like the tall grass, and then of course mixing it with the actual tall grass, and then dandelions. But then we get the path blocks. We got yellow wool or yellow concrete powder in the ground. Of course, the custom trees with all the yellow blocks to look like yellow leaves. Mojang, please give us yellow leaves. We need them so bad. But we got that. We got, what else do we got? We got moss all around. Oh, forgot to put the leaves on this tree. Okay, I'll have to do that later. And I believe everything here is spawn proof. There may be a couple spots here and there, but I'm pretty sure we should be totally spawn proof, which is a huge accomplishment. That took forever to get done. And you can't really even tell. There's glow lichen everywhere. But you can't tell. Where's the glow lichen over here? Oh, right under here. Look at that. Right there, glow lichen hidden. And then of course lanterns here and there to just help a little bit more. But we get around this curve here, and this leads us straight to the tower. Now, we do have a problem. There is no way to get inside and no way to get up to the top of the tower without an elytra. I think for right now, it's okay. But if I ever die and lose all my stuff and need to come back here for some reason, I'm kind of screwed. Whoops, let's get rid of that. But I'm not too concerned about it right now because I kind of see this as like a locked door. Also, this is eventually going to be replaced with some later stage copper blocks. I just didn't have the time to wait for them to age, and I don't know where I would have any anyways in the world. So we'll just, I think, let this age on its own. I don't know if these blocks here are going to be a problem with that. They probably are, to be honest. But I'll replace them. I'll replace them in time. I really just want to get this episode done. But yeah, around the area, we just got a bunch of little, a bunch of just custom terrain, which I think is okay. I mean, it's a lot of like, some could see it as like a lot of wasted space, but I think it's good. I like it. But if we come up top here, oh, and I do need to add torches behind the windows. But this is going to be our little AFK spot. And again, this is all going to be aged to like a bluer copper block. But this is our little AFK area. And I did realize we might have an issue with phantoms if I need to AFK here for too long. But if I'm AFK, we don't really need to make this place doesn't really need to look nice. So I could just do this. I could just do this if I need to AFK and I'm worried about phantoms. So I'm not too worried about that. But we just got a little table here and some candles just scattered all over the place to light up the place. And then we got this little platform out here that we can fly off from, or we can land on if we're coming into AFK. And that's it. That is it for this build. I am in love with the way it looks. I really, really want to do more stuff in this style in the future. I'm thinking, no promises that this will even happen anytime in the near future. But I would love to come back here one day and build cliffs over here that go way higher, like maybe to the level of that platform, and just build a huge custom mountain over here and then do stuff up there. I think that would be pretty sick. I love this Elden Ring style, and I think it would be so fun to do more of it. Just expand this area into its own entire kingdom. But that is going to do it for this episode. Hopefully you all enjoyed. You know what? Really quick, let me show you guys what our gunpowder is looking like. Is it in there yet? Nope, it's not in there yet. But we are filled up all the way to this double chest, which is crazy. We are getting some string and some some arrows and bones from it. But honestly, I'm not too worried about that. It's just a little bit of an extra thing that we're getting from this. And I don't think it's really making a huge difference on the efficiency of this. Plus, I will never, ever use this much gunpowder in this world. If I do, I mean, I don't even know what I could use all that for. I would be shocked if we run out at some point. But that is going to do it for this episode. Hopefully you all enjoyed. Hopefully you guys like how the build turned out. I need to get to work on cleaning up this area and head back out to the White Falls Castle for the next episode. So thanks for watching. I will see you all in the next episode. Goodbye.